Welcome to Gomer Games Vanilla Tips. I am Gomer. Alright, today we are going to talk about road hierarchy. There are literally dozens, if not a couple hundred videos out there about road hierarchy, but I'm just going to explain it in a very simple, very short video here. You could talk about this for a couple of hours easily on different ways you can do things, but this video is going to be very short, sweet, and to the point. There are a few different classes of roads in Cities Skylines. And first, the largest class, or the higher speed class, is the highways / interstates in City Skylines. And those are the roads that you first connect to as your city expands. That becomes available, and you can build more of them to connect different districts or different parts of your city. The second class of roads are the 4-lane avenues, which are like this road here, this central artery that went through the city here. And road hierarchy is the theory that the highways break down into the avenues, or the arterial is what some people call them. I think that is actually the official name, or the scientific way of saying these roads. They break down into arterial roads, which have very little, if any, zoning or residential on them. Obviously, it varies area to area, but you don't zone or build on these roads. These roads are strictly meant to connect two districts, two areas to each other. So like this arterial right here is basically connecting the highway to the downtown. And then I did go ahead and zone businesses and things on this, because this is kind of a small town. It's got 2,500 people in it. It's not very large. And a lot of the small towns have businesses directly on their main route through their city. That's usually where the post office is, and the police station, and their main grocery store. That type of stuff is right on that city, or right on that main route. As the city grows larger and it expands into neighborhoods and suburbs, arterials become, or avenues, become these roads that basically connect zones from one area to another. So you have your industrial zone right here, go through the roundabout, you come out to this arterial here, and there isn't any neighborhoods or anything built directly on the arterial, but what you would do, you would create another road here, just a standard 2-lane road, and all road up here. And then you would create a neighborhood off of secondary road here. There we go. And then obviously fill in the spaces here. And everything, it kind of varies on how things are done based on your city. Every city is unique. That's part of the charm of playing a city builder game, is you get to build your own designs. But you would come in here, and then you would pick your zoning, and then you would zone your commercial districts off of this road here. And then you would zone your residential districts behind that. And that's not to say that you couldn't zone residential here, because you could. Actually, what I'm going to do here is, if you right click on that, it will dezone it. I'm going to zone some some high density there. So you're creating a neighborhood here that would build the houses back in the back with the commercial for them to shop, and then you would have the citizens would then travel to the arterial road and then travel over to the industrial zone using that arterial road that has very few stops, very few intersections, and these secondary roads here would have intersections. And then obviously as you move into the neighborhoods, you would have even more, because you could even have this isn't a vanilla road. This is a mod road, but you could even have smaller alley roads here. Um, so see how this has a couple intersections every block, and then this here would have maybe even more intersections as you go through the residential area. You would have even more intersections through there, and then the arterial would have next to no intersections. You would have very few, so you would go for blocks and blocks without ever having an intersection here. But that's road hierarchy, very simple. Like I said, there if you want a more in-depth definition or more examples, there are literally dozens of videos out there explaining some different patterns and different ways of doing it, but that's basically what it is. You go from the highway to the arterial, and then you have kind of a secondary road there that has commercial on it, which could be either 2 lanes, or they could also be 4 lanes, depending on how big your city is and how your particular district is. And then it goes down to even the smaller roads from there, and then that's where you would put your residential buildings and that type of stuff. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. And please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. This is Gomer with Gomer Games.